blessed good evening to one and all here at Folkestone Beach, which is situated at Folkestone in St. James on the west coast. This looks like a new hotel or something that's going up. Now this is all the west coast. This west coast can also be referred to as the Gold Coast or Platinum Coast. This is the rich side of the island where all the rich people stay. And the rich and famous people also stay here when they come to Barbados. A lot of rich people like this side of the island. And a lot of rich people make this side of the island their dwelling place. There are a lot of the rich tourists from England, Scotland, Britain, New Zealand, Australia, all like this side of the island. More than the other side, which is the south and east side. So Sandy Lane Hotel is just around the corner here on the west coast where the rich and famous stay when they come to Barbados. Tiger Woods got married there, famous golfer. And Rihanna stays there when she comes to Barbados. Rihanna stays there. And also Oprah Winfrey, I think she stays there as well. So this side of the island is the rich side. The guys to Richard Branson, that one's Virgin Atlantic, also comes here, also has a house here as well. Richard Branson, you can see the hotel is going up here. So this is all on the west coast. A lot of white people like this area. Both the locals and the tourists. As I said before, the tourists that frequent this area are the British and European tourists that come to this side of the island. And then back up down. Heading back to Folkestone Beach. All here is Folkestone Beach. So, as Barbadians will always say, west side is the best side. So this is the west side here. And from now, west side is the best side. Here in the parish of St. James. St. James in Barbados is to the west side, northwesterly, because that is still in a northerly direction, but that is northwesterly. Snows Cafe. So here would be a good place to catch the sunset. The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. So it's always a good place to catch the sunset. So here will be always a good place to catch the sun setting. But right now it is far from sunset time. It is only after 3, probably going to 4 o'clock now. Yes, going to 4 o'clock, quarter to 4 in the evening. So it's far from sunset time. Sunset Quest in St. James is also a part of Folkestone. Back up this way. Back up this way will be Sunset Quest. Park. Over here. As a child, when I was in primary school, on the camps, we used to always come here. This is the place that where we always used to come as children. I wouldn't go inside the shop. I wouldn't go inside the souvenir shop. But this is the souvenir shop at Folkestone Park. Yeah. The souvenir shop at Folkestone Park. It sells souvenirs. Of course, it's going to take it back home. So this is beautiful Barbados in the Caribbean Sea. It's on the southeastern Caribbean chain, just off the eastern Caribbean chain, with its neighboring islands, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and St. Lucia. This is the Snows Bar and Grill here. part. I normally don't do my vlogs so early, but today I decided to do it, to come down here early. So this brings back a lot of childhood memories to me. Last time I went to Folkestone Park or beach was during COVID. I mean, 2017. The last time I came here was in 2017, and that was 3 years before COVID, the COVID pandemic. This is Church Point, which is another hotel. See all the back at St. James Parish Church in the Anglican Diocese of Barbados. The first church that the English built when they settled in Barbados. Of course, you know this is not the original building. St. James was a wooden building first. It would have gone through several buildings, several structures first before it went into this one. But this is the first church, the oldest consecrated piece of ground in Barbados. St. James Parish is the oldest consecrated piece of land in Barbados. So this is an Anglican church. Back to the north porch, facing looking at the oldest bell, which dates back to 1696. It predates the Liberty Bell. This bell here, it says God bless King William. This bell originally fell from the belfry in 1875 and it cracked. So they had to place the bell here. In this north porch, this is the northern gate, which is also referred to as the Devil's Gate. Referred as the Devil's Gate because it is said that when this gate is open for public worship, that the devil will leave. Devil's Gate at St. James Parish Church once again. This church underwent restoration between 1983 to 1986 when Canon Andrew Hatch was the rector. He was the priest here. This is a little cemetery where people don't get buried here anymore because the last set of people that got buried here died from cholera, so they don't want to dig up the cholera graves and cause any hazardous issues, so they don't bury people here anymore. That's by St. James Parish Church. Amen. Hey. So this is St. James Parish Church. As I said before, they don't bury. The church is not open to the public anymore. So I will show you guys the view from the church, view of the church from this location, a full length view of the church from this location here. Anglican church. So this is where the bell is up in here, the bell is here. So this way back to Folkestone. This way back to Folkestone. And back through to the West Coast and Sunset Quest. So that's guys. This way back to the north of the island, and in St. Peter, which is to the north of the island, and we'll leave it back to, and we'll leave it back to Folkestone, which is the second largest town in Barbados. Folkestone is to the north of the island, in the parish of St. Peter. So this is known as the West Coast Road, Highway 1. This was to the north or west of the island long before the highway to where was invented. Everyone had to use this road to get to the north. After they headed to St. Lucie, St. Peter, or to St. James, they had to use this road to get there. But now they have the West Coast, the highway to where now. James Parish Church, Sunday services. It says St. James Parish Church, Barbados' first place of worship, erected here on God's Acre in Old Town, 1629. Anglican Episcopal, we welcome you. All the realtors companies here. Sorry, the church is hardly open now. This is an Anglican church. I'm an Anglican. I never show you guys as much as possible these old churches in Barbados, however possible where I can. Here again. And the Devil's Gate. The Devil's Gate.
Dici la passi, amore.
St. James Parish Church. The Devil's Gate. The gate that's supposed to be open for public worship. And when the devil comes, when the gate is open, the devil will leave. I don't know how true a story that is. this way will lead you back to the north of the island, in Folkestone and St. Peter, and other parts of the north. Back to the Folkestone beach. And the Belliers Research Institute is right next door here. Bellier Research Institute. Here. On the Bellier Research Institute right here. Research Institute. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed